Hello, everyone. We're going live. Retire on Dividends here. I had to change the room. I see one person. Can you hear me? Please write in the chat if you can hear me. Hello, hello. Give me 1 second. I'm going to fix this and put the link in the chat. Okay. Seeking Love can hear me. All right. Give me 1 second. I'm going to share this in the Discord because I screwed this up and I sent them the old link that would not work. For the 2 people here, how are you guys doing today? Are you happy with the Yield Max Fund distribution? Or was it as expected? Here we go. Okay, I sent the link, so I'm expecting more people to join. Yeah, I don't know what happened to the other one. And I'm going to have to close Discord so the pop-ups go away. All right. So for those of you here, I assume you could see me and hear me. Is that correct? And by the way, I'm on my crappy laptop. How is the visual? It looks blurry to me. I didn't want to use my laptop because it's horrible, but I just want your thoughts on the visual. Is it blurry or is it semi HD? It's fine. Okay. Seeking Love is probably just being nice. All right. Someone Seeking Love wrote, I'm not happy with NVIDIA, AMZ. I assume you mean NVIDIA, AMZ, Zomo, and AMD. NVIDIA was okay. AMZ was okay. Zomo, not so much. And AMD was a letdown as compared to last month. So I don't blame you there. Eric, I'm sad that I sold Coney. I assume you sold for the capital gains, which I was tempted many times. And, I decided against it, luckily, but I only own 20 shares. And then originally when they started, I held 100 and then I changed things around. But now, yeah, I'm the same thing. I regret not holding a little longer. Very happy with Coney, says Seed, if I said that right, Syed. Yeah, Coney killed it. Coney killed it. I mean, Squee was unexpected, and then Coney beat Squee. So it's like, what a day. Eric Albino, I'm not happy with OARC. We'll be selling it soon for sure. Yeah, I sold it already. As soon as the bell opened, I sold my OARC. That was it. That was the final string. I mean, it's just not worth it. I wasn't, they're not doing what they originally were intended to do, right? In the beginning, they had a similar yield to Tesla, and it's just been downward since. I mean, Tesla is going down in price, but at least their yield based on the current price is pretty, consistent. OARC, I don't even like half the things in OARC in the underlying anyway. ARC, I don't even know them. So owning that to me was just in the beginning because that's all that was there. So I had no problem selling it. Who else? David Baker, very happy with Coney, still happy with most of the others. It's good, easy income. Yeah, it was great. It was a great day. Seeking love, thinking of going with FEPI, yield 25% and more diversified than NVIDIA and AMZ. Well, I mean, I'm not impressed with FEPI. They paid 25%, but they paid it all out of capital. How is that? That's their first distribution. That's not a good track record. So, in my opinion, FEPI's a no-go. Maybe things will change, but if they're only paying me my own money right now, then I'd have to pass. I want them to make the money in order to pay me. That's the whole point of these. Tactical stock scalper. I assume that's you, Casey. Hello. Joe Hogan. I am happy that Apple was increased. Yeah, Apple is, it impresses you, it lets you down, and then it impresses you again. So that might be a good one to hold on to. Do I have a glare from the window here? No, it's dark. Is that too dark? Yeah, this setup's horrible. I was gonna, like, if it wasn't freezing outside, I'd go outside. All right. Love your vids. Hope you can keep doing them from Canuck Abroad. Yeah, I will. That's the plan. As long as time allows. But right now, the plan is to continue to do the daily videos. The Defiance and the Yield Max one, 2 each. And then on occasion, I talk about how I'm doing. I'm talking about new funds, things like that, or just do a review of a fund in general. So that's the plan, to continue to do that. Eric, sold for capital gains on Coney, now buying it on a higher price, plus PP and Squee, still all in on Tesla. Question for you, Eric. Are you buying today? You're going to buy tomorrow? Because tomorrow, Squee is going to drop. It's going to drop $2. So that's a good buying opportunity. Obviously, you'll get paid if you buy it today, but would you rather have the better yield on costs, or would you rather have the distribution? I dug it up. TSLP. I think that's the curve one, right? The curve ETF. What about it? I don't know. You just wrote question mark. Tactical scale. KC, I believe it's you. What is your favorite high yield fund? Well, when we're talking high yield, I guess we mean like above 25, 30%. It's tough. I mean, I like the QQQY fund a lot. It's kind of just jumped ahead of the rest. I still like Tesla, but I don't like the way that the fund managers trade it. So I would rather, personally, if it worked a little differently, Tesla would be my favorite. No doubt. If they sold 5% out of the money every week, Tesla would be a winner. But the way they work it, it makes me, I prefer QQQY, or I prefer another yield max fund like AMZ and Nefli. Those are my, some of my favorites as well. Happy with Tesla from Happy Camper with Dividends. Love the consistency and yield. Yeah, it's good. What did we miss with Coney? Why the huge yield? Not complaining, from David James. Well, they rolled the synthetic, which they didn't have to, and that synthetic was very low. So when they rolled it, they closed out the old, which means they made money on the buy call, and they made a lot of money. So, and I don't know if they paid out all that now. I don't know if they paid some from capital, but time will tell. But some of it was from the synthetic. Definitely not the calls. They were getting killed on their calls, their short calls. This AM sold AMD and JPMO. This is from Seeking Love for Coney. Did not want to increase my cost basis on Coney, but bit the bullet. Yeah, I can't say I blame you. I've been waiting and waiting. Here I am. I should have bought. But I'm still waiting. Still haven't averaged up. I kind of refuse. Derek Jones, really, you are awesome. I really appreciate all that you are doing for the community. Well, thank you, Derek Jones. Thank you for watching. Not that awesome, right? I'm just a guy making content. I enjoy it though, so it all works out. You guys like it. I like doing it. Obviously, I had busy life with work, family, but I squeeze it in and it's fun. So keep it going. I dug it up. Yep. I assume that's to the curve. Yeah. So if you're asking about TSLP, I don't know. So far, so good with them. I haven't really dug too deep, except reviewing their prospectus, but they seem like a good alternative. I wouldn't buy them if I own Tesla though. I'd personally rather just buy a fund like maybe the Apple one, because I don't own Apple. but I haven't really thought too much about it, but I will. I'm going to get to it. Huff's life through a camera. Let's go. Hell yeah. I mean, let's go, baby. This morning, man, whoa, 100% yield. You kidding me? I just can't. I need a drink of water for that. Randy Hatfield, you have got to be one of the hardest workers on YouTube. Appreciate all you do with your busy life. I don't know about that. I mean, these people, you see these people, how they edit their videos. They got the stuff in the background. They got they put videos in their videos. I don't even know how to do half of that. So my videos are on the phone. This is the first time I'm using my crappy laptop. But I figured I'd try it. I could actually, because I could see the chat better, but I appreciate the compliment. Randy. Hobo, what's up, Hobo? Tesla has been fairly disappointing, but it's still the best middle of the road high yield fund in my book. Yeah, Tesla's good. At least it's been staying at 11. They made a couple bad moves, the fund managers did, but they're trying to get the maximum yield. And Tesla, the underlying Tesla, it jumps up too fast and it goes down too fast. And it's not great for their strategy. Unless they sell more out of the money. That's just my opinion, though. I dug it up. TSLP in the regard of how managers are trading. I haven't followed it, so I can't really speak to that. I know they've been up. They've had some capital gains, so obviously they're doing the right thing. Huff's life through a camera, definitely not the calls. Yeah. I assume you're talking about Coney. I mean, if you guys follow Coney, man, they just can't. They can't do it. You got to sell way out of the money with Coney. Like, are they blind? Like, there's a bull run on crypto and Coinbase is just flying. They're little 5, even 8% out of the money. You got to do more than that. I mean, that thing is flying. Oh crap. Now I'm getting behind on the chat. Let me try to skim through. I don't want to miss anyone. Someone SMK something made it. All right. Hello. I hate scrolling this thing. All right. Concerns about Tesla. Remember the 270 synthetic, slow to adjust, but 190 synthetic, fast to move up to 240. Wonder if they can have a stop on the synthetic to not get killed later on. I mean, the synthetic, they sell at the money. And it goes out months. So I'm not worried about that because typically Tesla goes up. But even if they do bad on the synthetic, that means they're doing good on the short calls. So there's always that too. So I'm not worried about how the synthetic works. Maybe the 245 is ROC since the return on capital since the stock went to 26. Went to 26. I don't know what you're talking about, SMK. Maybe the 245 is return on capital since the stock went to 26. Are you talking about Coney, the payment? I hope not. They better not have that. They better not pay $2 return on capital. I mean, no, thank you. We're here for the substance style points and don't count here. Thank you, David. Appreciate it. You're doing a great job. Thank you, David. Love the kind words. Keep them coming. No, I'm just kidding. With YieldMax coming out, you should add a column that would simulate that fund with all funds being equal to YMAX. If there's no expense, fine. I get it. But if there's an expense on YMAX, you're going to get expense on YMAX and all the funds they're going to own. It's a fund of funds. So a fund of funds can get expense twice. That's my worry with YMAX. If they don't do that, okay, we'll talk about it then. 157 shares of Coney is going to pay me more than my 1,100 of OARC and 7. Yeah, I mean, I'm done with OARC. Thank God. Syed, thoughts on AI YY? I don't know. AI is the future, so I assume it's going to be bullish, volatile, all that. I have no idea. I don't know really the underlying either. I think the ticker is AI, but I do not know much about it. Which YieldMax ETF do you feel is the safest going forward? Microsoft, GUI, Apple, AMZ. The big tickers. I think Netflix safe. Tesla is safe, but it's just you're just going to lose more capital because of how it works and how they're running the fund. The others are a little more secure, but you'll sacrifice yield. So, should I get Coney tomorrow after it drops? What's your average, Isaac? Yeah, I don't know. It's up to you. I don't know. I may make a position in Squee tomorrow. I don't own Squee. I was gonna buy it today. And I'm like, hey, what's the point? They're just gonna pay me, then my thing's gonna drop. But ex-dividend date is a great time to buy some of these, especially if you can average down. SMK said yes. I don't know what that's in reference to. No, that can't be return on capital. The synthetic made more money than the sell calls lost. Yeah, I mean, I don't think so either. Mark me. Jay Card, I have 2,000 shares in Tesla and 96 shares in Coney. I sold OARC a few days ago for AMD at huge dip, and the payout wasn't expected. 44 cents isn't bad. I'll give you AMD. I'll give AMD 2 months before reassessing. Yeah, could just be a bad month. It happens. Look at Apple. That's a great example. You know, great month, bad month. Great month, bad month. Here's Huff. The 245 isn't return on capital because they... Yeah, I mean, no one really thinks it's return on capital. I think someone was just asking about that. You know, Coney, if they're going to pay over $2, I highly doubt it's return on capital. They're going to get burnt if they do that, even if it's half return on capital. Like, what are they trying to prove here? Tesla, I think they do move the synthetic during the month, the 190 synthetic from January 24, and so is the 240. Do you know what happens to the $50 gain or so? Not sure what you mean, but when they close out a synthetic, and when they roll the synthetic, they close out the old, and when the old is in a profit, that's income that goes towards the income that they have to pay the shareholders. So a lot of times when you see me tracking the calls on Tesla and Coney now, and they're selling calls, sometimes they're not making any money because they're getting blown out of the water. But the synthetic, it's a bullish, both, buy call, sell put, bullish. So as long as it goes up, we're going to make money on that buy call when they decide to close it out. Chris Fletcher, thanks for all the daily hard work. Greatly appreciated. Thank you, Chris. Thank you for watching. Happy Camper with like that name. Happy Camper with dividends. Wait, that looks like Corey. Hey, that's definitely Corey. What's up, Corey? I jumped the gun and have already been buying AIYY. Hopefully this one does good. Well, the beauty is when they declare on the next declaration date, you'll know what they pay. So you can buy in at that time. You don't have to buy it now. Unless you think the underlying is going to be on a slight bull run that you can, capture. NT, I have no idea. 3360. What were you talking about there? The tactical stock scalper says, were you born this sexy or did you have to work at it? I guess I was just born this way, can't help it. But yeah. What else? Jake Hart, do you think your assessment was correct with the 50-50 split Tesla half going to navigate? I don't know, because I think they may have some debit to offset from the last month. There's also the whole month of December that they have, and I assume the January payout will be the final payout as far as the fiscal year of 23. So maybe they'll have more to pay then. I don't know. They made a lot, but they probably lost a lot the prior month to offset it against. But again, it's hard to tell when I don't have the historical data. Great work, and thank you as always from Morphy. Thank you. Appreciate all your input, the videos in Discord, Evolution Fitness. Thank you, Evolution Fitness. What are you, a trainer? We love fitness. I have a fitness. What do they call it? Fitness channel in the Discord. That's my other obsession, working out. I was a trainer for like a short period of time in my prior days, and it just wasn't worth it because I was doing it as a second job. What do you think are the best yield max funds now? I think, well, I did answer this, but it depends. It depends. Well, the ones I own, obviously, I think are the best. Tesla, AMZ, Netflix, NVIDIA, Coney. I don't own, but would like to own PP and Squee. How's that? Those are my favorites. R.o.D has Riz. Has Riz. I don't know. Is that a? I'm not hip with the terms. Maybe. Just wanted to let you know that I really appreciate your videos. I don't mind you that you learn as you go along. Do not expect you to be perfect. Seeking love. I guess that's a compliment. No, it is. I appreciate it because yeah, when I hit record on the phone, that's it. Whatever comes out, unless it's a complete mess. And I've had some of those, with noises in the background, things like that mainly. But yeah, I don't really, delete any. It is what it is. You get what you see. I'm no expert. I'm just a guy who I use Excel daily for my job. I work in the accounting field. And I love the stock market. So this tracking stuff is right up my alley. 60, just all right. 64 watching, 75 now. All right. Happy Camper said 64. Evolution Fitness, Hubs Dubs in Discord. Yeah, I own a CF gym. All right, that's awesome. Do we know if they work on a calendar year or fiscal year, July to June? Well, I'm assuming that it's 1/1 to 12/31 is their fiscal year, which would be the calendar year, but I don't know. I honestly don't know. Well, when we get the year-end report, if it's in if it's like coming up at the end of 23, well, it'll all be on there. I didn't look at last year's. It'll probably say on there actually, but I haven't dug that deep, and I don't want to go backwards. So I'm waiting for future. I'd rather use future stuff to do research on rather than going in reverse. But someone could probably find that information from last year. Yes, we really appreciate you doing this. This is from Jake Hart, this daily. It's really great, man. Hopefully YouTube keeps paying you well and we can keep this going for a few more years. Yeah. I mean, the fun part is really like obviously you guys watch my stuff. That's awesome. And yeah, YouTube pays me based on the ad revenue, which is doing pretty good. And then the Discord is awesome because I can actually talk to people, like-minded people who have the same goal, retiring on dividends. That's why my name is Retire on Dividends. That's it. That's all I'm talking about. Retiring on dividends. Who we got? Riz is what the youngins say. It's the 2023 word of the year. Means charisma. All right. Good to know. My 7-year-old probably knows that. But yeah, thank you. O Murphy LMAO. Yes, I know what that means. He does have risk. Yeah, I guess he knows what it means. Ads will run shortly for some viewers. Triple Chevy's Dividend Brother. You're the guy that always says Dividend Brother. I love it. We are Dividend Brothers and sisters. Looking to do my first dividend stock investment today. 1K to use. Thinking of doing 60% Coney, 40% Tesla. Any thoughts? This is from Noah and Erica. This is a really good question. You're doing your first dividend stock investment today. Well, first off, congratulations. That's amazing. That's the hardest part, starting. It took me a long time to start. I started 2017. And I should have started much earlier, but I didn't. But that just starting is like a huge accomplishment. And if you ask me, if you're just starting, should you buy those stocks? Probably not. These are high risk. But if you have the tolerance for it, then I would say wait till tomorrow. Buy it on the ex-dividend date because they're going to go down. They're going to go down for the amount of the payment. Yes, you won't get the next payment, but you'll get a pretty good discount on the funds. If you buy today, you'll qualify for the distribution, but your cost base is going to drop tomorrow by the amount of the distribution plus or minus what the fund does. Hopefully that made sense. R.o.D, do you use margin? No, I do not. I tried to, and Schwab is horrible. They said, I don't know, I couldn't borrow on any of the funds that I was in. So I was like, you know what? Let me just get out of this. This is a mistake anyway. I just use the cash. Eve, where are you from? Where do you live now? From New Jersey. I live in New Jersey. I live near towards near the beach. I'm about 5 to 10 minutes from the beach, and I'm probably going to stay here for a long time. That's the plan. The plan is to retire on dividends closer to the beach. I want to be a mile from the beach. That's the goal. All right. Where'd it go? Noah and Erica. Where we go? Damn, chat keeps moving. Or can I wait till tomorrow? After the price drops a little. Yeah. No, that's what I would recommend. Why is this stupid pop-ups? All right. Paul B. Care Paul. What are your thoughts on holding these yield max defined funds and a Roth traditional IRA? I'm 100% all in currently. I have a ton of Tesla and a little QQQY in both. My thoughts is I would not do that because, it depends how old you are too. Me, I'm 41. If I have a Roth IRA, if I'm going to invest in a Roth IRA, I can't touch it till 59 and a half. So I'd rather just put growth stocks in there. I can't touch it anyway. So why do I care about how much I'm getting paid right now? I just want the overall return. So I'll just have it growth. Historically, the growth stocks will do better than these. So I'd rather just put them in the Roth. And then the reason, I have all of mine in a taxable, paying out distributions in a taxable. Yes, I have to pay taxes, but guess what? If my wife gets laid off tomorrow, we can probably survive now because I have money coming in. I can, instead of investing it or reinvesting it, I'll just send it to the bank account and then we'll be fine until she finds another job or, we figure out something, So that's really why I invest in these. It's for the income. I want the income now. I don't want to wait. I'm not waiting until 59 and a half. I'm done with that. Where are we at? I dug it up and age matters too. Yes, it does. Liking my Tesla position right now. Just wish I can get more shares. I hear that. Holy bejesus, just got my dividend deposit. Where is this scrolling? This is a pain. Age matters too. Yeah, where am I? True patience pays. Wait till tomorrow. Yeah, I agree. Terry. Paul, keep up the great work. Love your vids, especially the morning commute podcast. You love the morning commute podcast? That is good to hear. I always think nobody wants this. Nobody wants to watch this. But I keep posting it. I do get I get views on it. I get good comments, and that's always surprising. But yeah, I like it. It's just ranting. But let me know if you do like it. What topic should we talk about next time? I won't have it this Friday because I took off. Love your vids. Keep it up from Isidro Fernandez. Thank you. Appreciate it. I own all but Coney, PP, Squee, and Murney, and heavy in Tesla, Zomo, and hedge against downward attack, which could affect. That's a handful. My December dividend will be 5,185. Congratulations, Brian. That is amazing. That is awesome. Ryan Smith, New Jersey. All right. I guess you're from New Jersey. Oof. Those property taxes in New Jersey are brutal. I'm not doing, but no, you're not. New York and New Jersey, no good, man. It's property taxes. It's just a whole nother. It makes no sense. The comparison to say the Carolinas, unbelievable how much we pay versus other states. This state's a joke. It's like a tax disaster. But yeah. Anyway, all my Yield Max funds will pay me a total of $4,148. SMK. Wow. Congrats, man. That is awesome. 76 people online. 21 likes. I know we could do better than that, right? Let's see that thumb button go crazy. Because you don't have to pay tax. Yeah, I know you don't have to pay tax on the Roth, but what if you need the money now? You're going to take the penalty? I don't know. I'm done. I have my 401k Roth. I have my wife's 401k Roth, and that's it. I'm done. I'm done with Roth. I'm putting it all in taxable. But that's just me. That's how I feel now. This computer is awful. I think Coney will benefit from Bitcoin's halving in April. I mean, I think this is the pump leading up to it, it seems, right? How much more is it going to keep going up? This is crazy. I wish I did like 50% Coney. Imagine my account would be set. I have all my holdings in an IRA. I plan on retiring at 48 next year and taking withdrawals from the IRA. Dreadnought. You're gonna retire at 48. Are you taking withdrawals from the IRA? What are you taking your contributions? I assume this is a Roth IRA. You're gonna take the contributions because you won't get penalized on that. Outside of that, you'll get penalized. Which broker do you recommend? I would usually say TD Ameritrade, but I have them and they pushed me over to Schwab. So far has been a disappointment, so I'd have to say Fidelity. I would definitely recommend Fidelity. Oh yeah, I have to say, this is not financial advice. I'm not a financial advisor, right? This video is for fun and entertainment. You guys love hearing that? I'll pay 10% penalty if it means I don't have to have a shot. Well, you have to pay 10% penalty, then you have to pay the taxes. Well, unless it's a... Well, yeah, and you have to pay the taxes, even if it is a Roth. But it also means I don't pay taxes on reinvested dividends. Noah and Erica, do you take all your dividends as income and then reinvest for more shares? Yes, all my dividends, distributions, whatever, they go into the cash because nothing is on drip, so nothing gets reinvested automatically. It goes into the buying power, and then I take that and I buy periodically on a daily basis. I average down on the funds that I like. Sometimes I buy new funds if I deem necessary, but I pick and choose what I believe is on sale. What do you think of this idea, Seeking Love? I have been concerned with capping our Tesla gains with short calls. So I added TSLT to X fund at a rate of 25% of my Tesla. Is that the downward one, TSLT? 2X downward. I don't know. I'm not a fan of those funds. Those are the rec share ones. Not a fan. Once it said you hold it more than a day, you can get like ripped off on the IV. Like, what? I don't know. Go check out my video on that. It's not, unless you're like day trading it and you make money that way, that's fine. But if you own it more than a day, I don't trust them. I just don't. I don't understand it either. But from what I read, it's not true 2X. Metal Gamer, I made another Defiance position in my Roth. It'll be my cash generator for my growth stocks. It's a good plan. Ooh, Murphy, morning commute. Yeah, man, morning commute. Gotta love it. Hey, I only commute 2 days now. I used to do, sorry if the screen keeps shaking, but I commute 2 days. I used to commute 5 an hour. 2 hours. I'm driving 2 hours a day, if not more. Tactical Scalper, besides the underlying tanking, what is the biggest risk in holding high yield funds? Well, the payment is not consistent on any of these. Some of them, like SVOL and SPY-I, they're a little more consistent. But when you own like the Yield Max or the Defiance, the payment is very inconsistent. And it's almost, it's very rare when it gets increased. Unless it's like Coney or, okay, but that's an oddball. Could be Coney, it could be a couple others, but for the most part, that's my concern. It's not consistent income. So I plan to balance these out as I get older and as time goes on. But for now, I'm just trying to hit goals, right? I'm just trying to maximum income right now. See how much I could do, and then slowly. You saw I bought HCal probably. That's a dividend growth ETF that sells calls on dividend growth ETF. Rod, I am from Greenville, South Carolina. Yeah, so your property taxes are probably nice and low. You're smart and you have good weather. Dreadnought, your NJ property taxes are the only state worse than ours here in. Yeah, we are number one. We used to have the cheapest gas, and now we're like the highest gas. They decided to raise our gas tax. The state is nuts, but we have a lot to offer. Rod, I love your videos and look forward to them in the mornings. Thank you. Tactical Stock Scalper, taxes. Ryan Smith, let's get Jay on live. Yeah. How do I scroll down? Let's get Jay. How far am I? Oh, I'm actually kind of current. Yeah, I don't know. If I ever have the setup, I'll try to, do an interview with him or whoever. Doesn't matter. I hope I don't regret selling ORAC. The fund was steady. Why'd you sell it? If you're going to have regrets, I have no regrets. I sold it. I'm not looking back. That thing was pissing me off from day one. TSLT upward fund in case Tesla goes way. Oh, okay, yeah. Again, I don't like going on that more than a day. USA reality check. Hey, R.o.D, I wanted to congratulate you on the evolution of your channel. Everything looks great, and I'm glad the investors have a down-to-earth good guy to entertain them. Thank you very much, USA reality check. You are usually very kind in the comments, and I appreciate it. SMK, I don't sell any of my YieldMax funds, even if others are doing better than the ones I own. Some months they do good. Other times not as good. It's my way to diversify. It's a good way. I'm myself, I'm just, here's my opinion. If you're not going to pay me more than like 25% on YieldMax funds, especially, then you're not worth the risk. This is high risk. One underlying stock. You pay me 25%, right? I know, yeah, OARC, okay. ARC is an ETF that Kathy Wood, but I don't know. It's just not doing it for me. Eric, I hold 50% clip. QQQY, Jeppy, 50% yield max. Tesla is 50%. Yeah, I'm about 50% too. It's crazy. But I have a lot more other funds, luckily, for the other half. Is your ultimate goal to retire off yield max or eventually rotate into other low yielders? I'm definitely going to rotate. This is from Maury. Rotate. I'm going to slowly rotate out into, I'm going to probably own these funds forever, but realistically, I'd like 50-50, like 50% of the high yielders, 50% of the dividend growth stocks. That would be my goal, or dividend growth ETFs. And then I'd like to, when I'm retired, I'm going to do my own options. That's the goal. I'll probably still invest in these, even if I'm doing options, but I don't know, hard to tell. When I'm retired, I'll worry about that. And then I can cover different things like retire on options trading, right? Defiance will give us the stability we wanted in OARC, hopefully. Defiance has its own risk. They sell puts daily, sell puts in the money, and they could have a down month and they could pay all out of capital. It's happened already. Do you see FEPI as the best both worlds so far in terms of stability? No, I don't like FEPI. FEPI had 1 month and they paid it all out, return on capital. So in my opinion, I'm not impressed. Maybe time will change that. But right now I'm not impressed. Looking into Tesla financial period, November 22 to April 30th, page 13. I'm so confused. Net realized loss, paid, So is it all return on capital? Are they missing? Where are they making the money? Like I said, let's wait to the year-end documentation. We're so close here, and then we can have an idea of, how it went, what they did. So how much? September was all return on capital. Outside of that, I haven't seen any other documentation of return on capital. So stupid pop-ups. All right. I sold my OARC too. I'd rather put the money into Tesla. Yeah, Terry. Randy, TSLL. This is the 1.5x bull ETF for Tesla. Has amazing premiums to sell calls further out of the money than YieldMax. Love doing a monthly covered call strangle on this. Yeah, again, if I had the time, I'd do my own calls, but my own options trading. When I did my own options trading, I lost so much money because I was stupid. I got impatient. I'm doing this, I'm looking at it when I'm working, but I can't have that. I've stayed away because, everyone works during market hours. So how can you do options trading? I've stayed away because of that reason. I don't know what the reason is. Do you see yield max short term? Where is it? Where'd that question go? Oh, SC says, do you see yield max short term or long term investment? I mean, short term because it's income. I consider income funds more like a short term because people will live off the money versus a long term. When I think of long term, I think of growth stocks, like like Apple, like Microsoft, things like that. the VOO or whatever. I think of those. This is really for now. But again, I want to use it now. I'm not using it now, but I want the ability to use it now. So that's why, to me, I'm using it, but knowing it's a short-term solution. Thoughts on SCHG? I don't know what that is. I assume that's Charles Schwab fund, SCHD. I love SCHD. It's awesome. I love the work they do. They invest in the really good dividend. They just had actually their highest just dividend payment out. I saw 74 cents or something. So good job for SCHD holders. It just doesn't fit my criteria right now. The starting yield is way too low, but I will add as time goes on. That will be one I add for sure. Why not do your own options now? I don't have time. That's plain and simple. I don't have time. You need time, and you need the right head too. I'll do it when I'm retired. That was my decision. I'd rather pay these people to do my options. Honestly, 100% fair. Can't wait to see it. See what? See, this is the problem. I kind of lose track of what the heck I'm reading here. Most big market crashes happen over several days. So my plan for QQQY is if it drops 6% in a day, I'll sell everything and buy a bond fund and hold it for a couple. Yeah, that's crazy. I don't want to think about that, but Maury, hit the like button. This man does all the research for us. Show some love. Thank you, Maury. We got 43 likes. Can we get well, I'm probably gonna go 15 more minutes, maybe. So maybe we get like a 100 likes, I guess. Jason K, anyone doing options trading with BTC mining stocks like Mara and Riot? I assume that's a question for everyone. I'm not doing options trading, so, but I imagine their IV is pretty high. I was doing options trading on AMC and GME, so it was not pretty. Their IV was insane. You can sell cash secured puts on a monthly basis. No need to be glued to your phone or computer or get a sun. Yeah, I know. Believe me, I know. I've done the wheel. But it involves. It's not just that. It's just you're making it sound easy. But it's just, plus you need a lot of capital, because if you get buried, sucked into one fund, selling calls on that might not work, right? So there's all your money, because it's 100 shares. So if you get stuck in one, if you only have enough for 100 shares of one stock and you can't sell calls because you're so underwater on it, then what are you going to do? Do you invest on crypto? What's your thought on this? BTC, I think, is on a 52-week high. I used to invest in kind of like I call the black market of crypto, the shit coins. And I was very involved and I was making decent money. And then I was like, I had to get out. So, I had the trust wallet, the whole thing. And I was buying stuff on, through a Pancake Swap. I don't know if you guys know about Pancake Swap, but yeah, I was buying like these shit coins. They are called shit coins. But they're tokens actually. But I got rug burned many times, but I made a decent amount of money too. But I had to get out. It's too time consuming. I had to get back to my bread and butter, dividend investing. First time I got 16K on a dividends in 1 month. Is Isidro 16K in 1 month? Congrats, man. That's awesome. I assume you're retired. Paul, be careful. I have 33K shares of Tesla, but I'm now building up QQQY. Do I need JEPI? No, you don't. QQQY so far has always been a tad cheaper and pay out more than JEPI. I feel like JEPI is kind of redundant. What you think? I mean, I wouldn't say that. JEPI follows the S&P 500. 500 good companies, right? QQQY follows the NASDAQ 100. 100 what, tech companies? Yes, tech is probably going to be more bullish than the S&P 500, I would say, but we don't want too bullish. We just want it to go up. And I think, my opinion, both will go up. But QQQY, to me, yes, will outperform JEPI. I personally would rather have both. Retire on options trading, new handle, says Gambo. Hey, you never know. I love options. I really do. I just, like I said, I can't do it. The name of the channel is going to be Retired Options in 1 year. 1 year? No. Maybe 10 years from now. Is Jay going to make us all rich with Yield Max? Yeah, hopefully. I mean, not with Tesla, maybe the others, but we'll see. Is Riddle Fernandez nice on Jason K is asking how much capital investment? Is it all from Yield Max Fund, SC, QQQ, and SCHD? Price too high? Is it better to buy cheap ETF to own more shares? I don't personally care about the actual price. I care, about the starting yield. I care if it's at a 52-week low versus 52-week high. So if you say like QQQ, is that, is it too high, meaning it's like at a near their 52-week high, then I agree. Maybe you should wait. But are you saying it's high because it costs too much money? Then to me, that's irrelevant, right? It's just because in the end, if you could buy fractional shares at this point, so that shouldn't matter. Eric, got it. I will be sticking on dividend investments and stock market in general. I think this is safer than crypto. Yeah, man. I have nothing against crypto. Crypto, you can make a lot of money, but my opinion, anything I invest in, it has to pay me money. I want a return. Okay. Yes. The only part that I have, like I have a 401k at work. They limit my options. They tell me you have these index funds you can choose from. So I don't have a choice. Those are my growth funds. And that's most of my money is there. So that's enough growth for me. Everything outside of that is going to be income. Everything I invest in has to provide a return. So that's my opinion on that. Is Rito 5,948 shares of Jeppy, 12,300 of QQQY. Wow. Man, I am jealous. Jason K. Yep. ETH. What other asset classes do you invest in? Peter Schiff is doing backflips because of gold right now. I don't touch gold. I would like a gold bar. Does that count? But no, this just this. You see my account. That's all. That's it. Out of my 401k. That's it. I got nothing. I got no real estate. I got kids. I got daycare. That's so the stocks you see. That's that's it. No, I'm not investing in gold. You know why? Because gold doesn't pay me dividends. What are your thoughts on I Am Kamar's approach so far? I love his channel. I enjoy watching it. I know it's very long, but to me, I watch it like when I'm driving. And I try to join it. I joined it a few times, like on Saturday mornings. I'm not sure if you guys ever caught that, but I think what he's doing for the community is great because he basically started, knowing nothing. He's just asking questions that people are scared to ask, and it's amazing. It's just amazing. I think it's awesome. But yeah, I like his approach. It's motivating. Obviously, he puts, he's got I think a reserve because his account blew up. It's up to like 70 or 80K now. So he's doing pretty well for himself. So, Kamar, if you're watching, congrats on your success in your account and your YouTube. You're doing great. Am I caught up? Oh yes, I'm caught up on messages. Let me stretch. All right, guys. I could probably go 5-10 minutes if you guys want. I don't know if you guys have any other questions. And he's carefully using margin as well from Metal Gamer. Yeah, I think he's getting away from that though because he doesn't like putting the dividends that he gets. It's not the feeling's not the same, and I don't blame him. Like you get your dividends, woohoo, and here it goes, pays off margin. It's gone. But yeah, that's the thing with margin. The interest rates are just too high. I don't know. Maybe when they go low, if the interest rates are really low, and you can get margin for a really good interest rate, and you still get the yield max high yields, then maybe we're talking. But I don't know, man. I'm just not. I don't know. It's another risk. I don't want to stomach. What would be enough for you per month for living expenses of dividends? Too personal? No worries. No, it's not too personal. I would, for me to retire, probably 20K a month. Honestly, 20K a month. That would give me comfort. Can I make it work with 10K a month? Maybe. It would be tight. It depends if my mortgage is paid off too. But I want a cushion. I want to be able to reinvest like 25% to 50% of my income. So I don't know. I'm gonna shoot for higher and then settle for lower. But obviously, no. YouTube kind of came along and it's doing well, and now it's another source. It's definitely not passive income, that is for sure. But it's another source of income where it's not. I don't consider this like work, but it's like I can now maybe count on this plus the distributions. Where's that glare from? That's from the door. So yeah. Hopefully that answered your question. Where are we at here? Where are we at? Unconventional wealth ideas, thoughts. I don't like his approach. I don't watch him. I saw a few episodes, and he talks about CLM a little too much for me, and his e-guide, and I don't know. That's just a turnoff. So I stopped watching him. But no hate. He's done pretty well for himself. He's retired, I think. He lives off his dividends, so good for him. Any thought about how when treasuries aren't paying 5%, how that will affect all these high yields? I mean, what's 5%? We're not. I don't care if it goes down to 2%, 1%. These treasuries, we're not surviving all. I don't even think we got paid yet, right? You see the soonest one expires 12/31. When we get paid that, maybe in the January payment, then maybe okay, 5%, right? That's 5% of it's a good chunk. But yeah, if it goes down to 1%, 2%, we're not going to miss that. You may miss it on Aptly or not Aptly, Zomo. Some of these 10% payers have to admire unconventional wealth, dedication to CLM and CRF. Yeah, he loves his funds. He loves those funds. I don't. Coney and on margin for next 3 months, it will be 23 and change tomorrow. Hey, that's a good one to have on margin because it's on a tear, man. It is. I can't believe it. 20K is a good number for a married man. Yeah, 20K a month. 20K a month. Was that 240 a year? So being retired. Because keep in mind, I'm not going to be, when I say retired, it would be retired from full-time work. I'm still going to work, whether it be this plus other things. I'm going to find something. I can't sit home because I'll do damage. I'll be lazy. I'll become the 500-pound guy get picks out with a crane. You have to pick me out with a crane out of the house. What is your profession? You seem bright. I do. Thank you, KC. I work in accounting for a large insurance company. That's what I do. And no, I don't have a college degree. I went to college and I hate school, so I stopped. And luckily, I squeezed in the corporate world and I worked my way up and still have no degree. And I'm proud of it at this point because it just shows work pays off. Hard work pays off. I don't care about the little piece of paper. Everyone I work with has a degree, though. Do you use any SFOL? Yes, I love SFOL. Love it, love it, love it. I think I bought some this week. Fortunately, these funds will benefit my children long after I'm gone. I hear that, Hobo. My kids, they better appreciate what I'm doing, because again, being a dividend investor, you're not touching capital. You're just using the dividends, or distributions. So our kids, it's what it's all about, right? Passing it along. But yeah, they'll benefit. Hopefully they'll be smart with money. I'm trying to teach my 7-year-old about stocks, and it's glued to the iPad. I'm sure most of you guys people know what I'm talking about. All right, we have 56 likes. I wanted 100, so that is not happening. Is the 20K a month dividend enough for you to quit your job and retire or lesser? I'm still on 1K a month dividend. It's still a long way to go for retirement. Yes, if I made 20K a month of dividend, well, healthcare, I don't know. I don't want to say yes because I don't know about healthcare expenses because, again, I get that through work. So I don't know. Abby Christmas Candy Fund. I don't I don't speak that language, and I don't know if I can convert that to English. Let's see. No, I can't. Sorry. Um, can anyone convert that? The THB Life Enriching Finance. Is that the coach? If it is the coach, hey coach, how are you? How long will SQY and Coney sustain? Well, I mean, Coney has been killing it, and it's done well. It's good to me after this whole halving. I think I don't know how long it's going to be on this bullish run, but Coinbase is it. I know all these big funds are using Coinbase, so I think it'll be around for a long time. And Squee, their products seem to be obviously doing pretty good. But I think they'll both be around for a decent amount of time. I personally own Coney. I may own Squee, but time will tell. Abby, I don't know what you're saying. Shaggy, I use a little margin. Most of my dividend yields are above 15%. Yeah, good for you. It's risky though. I mean, as long as you play it right, you can do it good. It is the coach indeed. Okay. Hey coach, what's going on, man? I liked good job getting Jade on the interviews, by the way. That's pretty good. And congrats on your success with YouTube. Ike Spear, I think you should do more of these lives. Oh, it's Oxymoron. Hey, by the way, Oxymoron has a great website, guys. Go check it out. Oxymoron, post that in the comments so people have the link. But yeah, I'll do more lives. I just don't know when. I have to figure something out. R.o.D, thanks again for the great daily content. You are relentless, and I appreciate it. Thank you. I am. Eve, have you ever thought about retiring overseas? No. I know the Philippines is cheap, but no, I don't know. What do people just bring the whole family, or just everyone goes to the Philippines? I don't know. I don't know. I never. Just seems like never thought about it. I see Coney as less short-term capital risk than Squee. So I bought Coney today. Yeah, I mean, I agree. I feel more comfortable with Coney than Squee, believe it or not, because I've used Coinbase. Coinbase is it. Like, that is the crypto platform. Binance is not even close. Binance is garbage. Binance US is crap, and they're always getting in trouble. Coinbase is the dominant one, man, and it's very easy to use. So that's why I do like Coney. I just can't buy it because I'm just my average is so. I don't want to average up. Bad way to think, I know. Right click and choose translate to English. I tried that. Right click. Oh, wait. Did it work? Abby is also mandatory. All right, I saw that one. There is the French. All right. Thanks. That worked. I don't know what she said before. I'm not going back. Europe is beautiful, brother. I'm sure it is. Abby, great posting nonsense. French National Assembly. Yeah, it looks that way. What are your thoughts on Jeppy and Jeff Y? I don't like Jeppy. It's too low. The yield is too low. I'd rather put my risk. I'd rather take the risk and go into Jeff Y. Eric CZ got sued also. He always gets sued. Binance is always in trouble, man. The Binance platform is completely separate from the Binance US platform. And I used Binance only because it was cheaper and it was easier to, I used it for the BNB when I was buying the shit coins on the side. And comparing that to Coinbase, Coinbase is a million times better. I'm up 42.76% on my 35 shares of Coney. Good job, man. That is amazing. Your dollar cost average is 18.18, but I have a hard time DCAing upward. I hear you, man. I can't do it either. It takes willpower, but squeeze that position till you see red. Can't do it. Maybe tomorrow or next day. Maybe I'll do it. I was planning on buying Squee tomorrow, but maybe I'll just increase my Coney position. I don't know. I got to think about it. Okay, I'm on an hour. I was just going to do an hour. I have 85 people, 63 likes, and I think I answered a decent amount of questions. Probably the longest video I've ever done. So I'll take, how about three more questions? That work? And then I got to go get my son. And then got to wait till the market closes. And then I got to update my spreadsheets and then so on and so forth. Lately these, the websites don't update the trades like that soon. And, after like 5 o'clock, 5:30, I'm like, forget it. I can't get it done at that point. Abby's the only one typing. But if no one else has a question, then let me translate to English. Are you German heritage? You look German. I'm a mutt. My dad is Dutch. My mom's Italian. So it's a mix of a couple different things. But I always just say I'm a mutt. It's easy. You got my like. All right, Gary. I got your like. I have 69 likes. All right. I guess that's good enough. One more question. No? One more question? Are we done? We're done? We good? All right. I'm going to end it then. You look like a guy from Jersey. Well, that makes sense. I am a guy from Jersey, right? So, yeah. And I'm from the Jersey Shore actually too. And I grew up in those bars that, if you guys watched that show, that they went to, that was my life. So I should have got paid for that in reality, because I was doing all that before it was a thing. But yeah, Mutts can retire on dividends too. Jason K. done. Yeah, so we're done. Thank you all for joining my live stream. I do appreciate it. I appreciate the likes. I appreciate the questions. I appreciate the comments. 5 more likes. All right, we're at 71 likes. But yeah, I'll do more live streams. I just don't, I can't do it after hours because my kids are home. I'm doing it. I'm off work today, so that's why I decided to do it. So it has to be like a random day. So I'll try to plan it in advance, or it'll be random. I don't know. We'll figure it out. But are you having any more kids? Hell no, I'm not. I had 2 kids, and that is plenty. I don't know how people have more than 2 kids, but me and my wife work, and it's just a challenge. But yeah, will you DCA down for Tesla? No, because I have 1,700 shares and it's 50% of my portfolio. But no, you punched Snooky. No, that wasn't me. But that was messed up. But yeah, I heard that's the reason that their show blew up. But anyway, thank you for watching, and tune in for the next one, whenever that is. But yeah, I'm out of here. Have a great day, everyone. Later.